Here's that.
As long as they never put a little bumper in it, I'll do whatever they're thinking.
I know. I saw something that said, anything got bad, you should hear the voices that are in my head. They're way worse.
Yeah, but
Are you being Jacobs today?
they're going late, aren't they?
Yeah, it was like after.
Because the highway went on early. I noticed that after we put the lights up, they're going on like an hour later.
Yeah.
The Market street lights are going on super late. Because I actually went up on my box and looked one night. I'm like, oh, I'm running this. I was like, I don't get whether you're kidding.
No, you can adjust it. Or you don't have to adjust it. Somebody can adjust it.
I'm gonna end up like Chevy Chase.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Need to approve the minutes from December 3rd, council meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minute.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
We ordered a new lift station pump from Burke and Sherry Street down there. I think I already gave that quote to Carrie. I think it was, what, 8,000-ish? Yeah. Everything in the plant seemed to be running good. I was down there Monday doing all the testing with the help of Vince and Justin because Jeff was gone. Everything went pretty well considering the temps were really, really south. Met with Egg Life. The testing for Egg Life will begin January 5th and will run through the end of January on their composite 5-day testing every week until they determine at the end of that whatever that testing shows and whether a pre-treatment needs to be done on their end of whatnot. So that meeting went pretty well, and they had an expert come in from Ohio, a retired guy that's pretty well versed. He came and toured our plant and then went and toured their plant. So we agreed on the testing. That's going to begin, and then when we get that information back, Ken and I will get together with it, with the information and go over it. So I don't think you have anything to add on the egg list to do.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, did you get the?
Here are the minutes from their two.
Yeah, they emailed it to me.
And then here are the sheet I'm gonna be using to prepare before and after they appear. So.
Okay, thank you, Ken. So I will give the minutes to Carrie and I'll forward them to you. The only thing in the minutes that I saw that I didn't agree with was there was a comment I made or question on the temperature of the water when leaving Egg Life. And then here they said water should be room temperature by the time everything is together and at the wastewater plant. But actually what was responded to me was their normal temperatures in the 80 to 95-ish degree range, all the way up to 130 degrees when they're cleaning. And they don't have an ability to test the water temperature when it's entering our system. I asked that because of what they're cleaning is egg material and it's super hot and how it comes out. So. But that was the one question that I don't think the
Shouldn't be
minutes.
hot until they wash it, and then they're heating it with the water.
Yep. So I know there's a legal standard state standard on how hot the water has to be in our system. Ken, do you remember what that temp is? Is it like 120?
Yes, 120.
Yeah. So IDEM says it only has to be 100. It has to be 120, no more than 120 degrees in our system. So they don't have a way to measure that. That's just something that. We might look at also trying to see if we can figure that out too. Besides that went fine. I don't think I have anything else. The streets, the plowing, they're getting better. They've come out and done their thing. They're learning. They're still getting better every time they come out. So we have all the salt ordered that we have. We have the 2 new ones that showed up. So, and they're going to get an invoice to you. I'll grab it, and then we can take care of it this year. So. I don't think anything else on the wastewater, water, or street. Well, Justin's doing his studying for his testing, and everything seems to be running okay, knock on wood, at the water plant at the time being. So,
Okay.
as far as Jeff, one more thing for leave time. Jeff has, we've talked about it in the past, but he's got a lot of leave time left. He is going to be taking the last 2 weeks of the year off, and I'll be kind of taking his place, doing all the testing, and we've been going over stuff, so. And if I have any questions, he's still around to be able, since his license, to be able to check in on things, so. He's gonna be burning approximately 80 hours. So I'm gonna ask, the current manual says we can roll over 40 hours of vacation, but even with that, he's gonna have 12 hours of personal leave and about 3.5 hours of sick leave left. I'm gonna ask that we make a motion to approve the rolling over of those hours for him to use into the next year if possible, so that we won't have to reimburse it, but we can let him use it moving into the next year, so.
How many hours?
So 12 hours of personal leave and 3.5 hours of sick leave. And then he's gonna roll over the 40 hours of vacation, but he's allowed to do that for our handbook policy right now, so. What else? Oh, Brianna. I'll let you, here, I'll let you.
She has 22 sick. She's going to use at least 8 of them because she'll have to be off next Monday. So she has a little bit of sick as well, if you want to allow it to be rolled over. That's the only 2 people. They're going to have time left.
Everybody else will be.
How many would you roll?
She would need
14.25.
Yeah. 14.25.
She's gonna end up using hers, so I'm not too worried about that. What about Jeff? I don't want to keep rolling it over and.
Well, I mean, that's the end. I mean, we're gonna have to discuss that. He's not opposed to like taking the compensation and like pay in lieu of rolling over, but
I guess I don't roll over, he's not gonna use it. I mean,
he would use it.
we'll
But
have the same conversation in a year.
Well, I would only let him roll it this time, and he just use it up.
Are you sitting like a month or a quarter? It has to be used by the first quarter of 2026.
The first half of the year.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to burn 40 hours of vacation in that first 2 or 3 months.
So prior to the changes that were made at the beginning of the year, they could roll over 16 days of sick.
Sick.
And then that was.
We could never carry more than 16 sick days at one time. So if you didn't use them, you rolled them over and you weren't punished for not using them. But you could never carry more than 16. So if you ever got 17 on your bank, you're gonna have to use it or lose it. You can't carry it. And it incentivizes being at work and rolling time over instead of just burning it for the sake of burning it or not being here, so.
Okay.
But yet we changed it last year to be this. And because we ran into the problem with Bob retiring, and they've had a year to use their time, and they have not.
Yeah,
The vacation I can understand, but the sick leaves,
yeah, we adjusted that sick leave policy because of Bob
Yeah,
before.
it's already
That's the
there.
16-day thing was not there for, we did that because of Bob's
Right.
issue. But then we reevaluated it again, a year and a half ago?
last January.
Yeah. So I mean, it's whatever you want to do. As long as, they'll know that if you don't burn your sick leave by the end of the year, you don't get to roll it over, you don't get compensated, you lose it.
Yeah, we just think have the same conversation next December, when they have 40 hours, and then, because they're gonna think that that's the norm, we're gonna make an exception all the time.
I think Jeff had a larger amount of sick to begin the year because he had his 16 days that rolled over. Yeah, so he had those to use.
Again, he's only gonna have to roll over 3.5 hours of sick leave, so I mean, it's not like it's a lot, but.
Well, with what we were discussed earlier, Bree could use them next year for maternity time.
Right.
Correct. We don't have that in our handbook, right? So she could burn hers that way.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
I would say let it go through this year as let them roll it over as far as that, and then let them know that this is the last year that they
We'll
have.
let everybody know that, hey, if you don't use these, you will lose them.
Yes, and don't come to us next
And a lot
December.
of this is planning ahead, like I said, like I came into this position back in October. And
Right,
it's one of those things, staying on top of it, I usually let JR know, hey, you've got some time, I don't wanna get till the end of the year, and then, like, get to that point where we're taking off like 3-4 weeks just because we haven't burned our time. Like, spread them out, use them properly,
Yeah.
don't abuse them.
Then we don't have anyone to
JR's fine, I don't have any issues.
collect noise complaints.
Right.
I think we need to address this in June, before it gets way, so that we need to know how much they have in June, so we can make that decision. Take some time off, get out of here.
Janelle, you had a question?
Well, I just find this discussion very interesting. You know, the norm in the, what I would say, business world, sick time is a use it or lose it. Personal time is for personal time, and vacation is vacation, which can usually roll over. And you don't make up being sick to use sick time. So I just find it very interesting. Are you saying that people can roll over sick time? For your handbook?
No.
Prior
It seems
prior
really-
to this year. they-
Part of it can, and that was a policy not just here, you
A
can look
lot
at that, a lot of
times-
places
A lot
say
of
that.
times I check that is
Yeah.
my policy. It's-
Purdue allows it, I mean, they're another business in the university.
and Blair's allows.
Yeah.
So was there a question in that?
Several other
Well, I
towns.
was just wondering what the handbook actually said and what the rules were.
It's in the handbook, that's why we're having this conversation.
There's, I mean, it's really
got it out.
on
Yeah, I
how
had
your
it out.
policies are written, because every company's different.
Uh-huh.
In the course of the 30 years that I worked for a certain company, every time they got bought out, the time off changed. It just depends on
Yeah.
who's in charge and what they want to do. I mean, now,
That's true.
they're up to 16 weeks of paternity/maternity leave.
Mhm.
So, men and women get 16 paid weeks off.
That's
There's-
true.
Yes,
We're looking at a very small organization with a few number of people that have to, you know, make the town work hopefully. And if your policy is that you, if you don't use it, you lose it, why would you do all that? That's, you know.
So, as of January 1st, 23, all sick days occurred in an employee's accrued sick leave will roll over and be added to employee's sick days. So that was changed.
It was issued
I
February.
know, that was not crossed out. As of January 1st of 25, sick days will not be rolled over into the next year, which mainly was a Judy thing.
Yes.
Employees will only be able to roll over or have a total of 16 sick days maximum at any point during their employment. That was also crossed out.
And it talks about how you can use sick days too.
I think that Jeff has so much because there's so much trouble with the wastewater, and he didn't really want to.
He did not want to leave
And
it
then
hanging there.
that's such a mess, yeah.
And it's just until now that he's somewhat comfortable, since I've been in there with him, and we've gotten other guys in there, that he's comfortable to be able to take his time. So he's been doing a good job of not leaving, he could have said, I'll just leave and then I'll come back and do the mental testing, but he stood in there and he did what he needed to do to make sure that plant kept running right. So, I don't wanna punish a guy, for doing a good job. be responsible, so.
Say that we can roll the first.
On the other hand,
Somewhere in there.
He said, good time.
Oh, there it is. Next page. Total of 40 hours maximum may be carried over with approval, town council. Vacation hours rollover must be used within the first quarter of the following year. Rollover vacation days are not used by March 31st, they will be lost with no pay.
So there is deadlines in there that you have to do things like.
So we can be nice.
So yeah, he is gonna roll those 40 hours over, and he's taking most of them off for the last 2 weeks now.
Right.
So we're really just asking for the one personal day and the 3.5 sick. And if that's not a thing, then.
Oh, it's hours?
It's hours.
12 hours
Yes, this is by hour.
Yep.
and 3.5, 6 hours? 3.5, 6 hours?
Yep. So basically, maybe a half a sick day and 1.5 day
So
personal.
Bree's only got what, two,
That was hours, so she had, what did you say?
you said
So
so?
14, she'd have like a day and a half, almost.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Yeah, we're not talking like that
not
many
15
days.
days, no.
Yeah, we're just talking hours.
I was on days.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
No.
I
So we're,
make
we're
a-
having this 15-minute discussion over
Over
a day
3
and a
days
half.
of leave.
Roll it over.
I make a motion that we allow him to roll it over.
I'll second.
I have one question about your, so you don't have a maternity leave policy?
No.
You're
So-
not. So we said, discussed this, and there are some policy changes that need to be made. We're going to, I think, address that in January. Because obviously right now it's busy and you don't have a lot of time. But yeah,
The
it
biggest
got,
problem was,
I think it got messed up.
We had it
There were
drawn
some
up.
there were some changes made when Pam was here. There were some changes made when Judy was here, and now there's things that have completely disappeared out of the policy.
but
Got it.
two, we had discussed that everyone was old.
Okay, so you can't really, I mean, I get into where it wasn't really an issue, but you do need to have it.
Yeah.
For
Not
anyone that,
Not very near.
yes, because otherwise that could be construed differently. But yes, I mean, as long as you're aware and it's in the plan, then awesome. You answered my
Okay,
question.
anyway, all in favor,
Aye.
opposed?
On the police side of things, JR's truck is currently down, and it will be for the foreseeable future. I believe the engine has major issues in it. We're dealing with that, and trying to deal with, figuring out warranty or not. So, I will get back with you when I know more, but its initial diagnosis is not good.
Need a lifter?
Probably new engine. So, pretty sad on it, only has 14,000 miles.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
What year is it?
23.
How many hours ago?
I don't have the exact hours on it at the moment. First
Yeah.
oil change, it has like 900 hours on it or something like that. So, at 5,000 miles, so. So yeah, so there'll be more to come on that. So, just that better part of my last part of my day is dealing with that.
If you need a second set of eyes, let me know.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have a second opinion though.
I guess just, not for the truck, but just as a mechanic, I think I can make it over. I'm not sure what your scope of engine knowledge is, but
I will, I can deal with you separately on
Okay. Anything else? No park board stuff?
that. I have no part board stuff. We have not met.
Steve?
I have nothing. Justin and I got the hydrant markers on last week. We did half of them. I did half, giving some learning on where the hydrants are, which wasn't all bad.
No.
You know, so I told him, we're gonna be in the water business, you ought to know where the hydrants are.
Right.
So he did a good job, got them on, and, so they were done. I finished them Monday. And other than that, we're getting ready for Santa Claus Saturday, 20th, 1 to 3, and hopefully it won't be another blizzard like last summer. So, other than that, just hanging in there. And I have, yes, you have a question, I got a granddaughter playing ball out at school.
Fine, go
I
ahead.
need to go.
Throw your radio across the floor.
I need a much-
I don't know.
Thank you.
No, you can't get mad
Chad
at
did
that.
it.
That's good in the hospital. I saw that. He had a stick with him. Oh. And this was last Friday. Chad's been in since last Friday.
Okay. Ken?
The Carrie said it's okay to take bids the 6th of January, so we're gonna take bids the 6th of January, because she's the person that decides. And, there will be a contract going to your email.
Okay.
So if you can watch for that, and sign it, send it back for the grant agreement.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind sending someone a copy of that grant agreement.
Okay. Did it come from
Marshall Blanchard, Indiana Department of Transportation.
any coming future, or it's already been signed?
It should be something in the future. It might have already been sent, but I don't think so. Other than that, I don't know.
I don't have anything.
Pretty good.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Good.
Jacob, have anything?
No.
What are everybody spending on that?
I haven't heard from
I
them.
thought Gary Simon was gonna be here tonight.
Did they call you?
They never asked to be on the agenda, so.
They're on.
Well, that's, if you guys want to actually vote on that,
No, I'm not putting it on.
correct, the correct vote, so. If not, then
I think you got 90 days on it?
I sent them your amendments, I didn't.
Okay.
Something to keep in mind though, on that ordinance is if we do not vote yes or no on it, it will resort back as far as the town to the old ordinance. They will not take the town with the new ordinance.
Well, the commission's already approved that one.
Yes, and so has Brookston, Chalmers, Reynolds, and Monticello. Monon and,
So everyone that's not affected by data centers, so sure, go for it.
so,
Even Mona?
No,
Oh, no,
Monon hasn't.
And
Monon
Burnsville,
ain't.
either.
yeah, and Burnsville has not, but the rest has.
But Monon should be, because they tabled it 2 weeks ago, so they're, I don't know, when they're, is there a meeting tomorrow then? So it should be,
So,
I'm assuming they'll come with,
Oh, yeah. Shucks. Calendar, good. Okay. All right, December 16th, APBs.
Yeah, I just have the APB register, I emailed it to all of them.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Got a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
And then the financial review for November.
Motion or question?
I'll make a motion.
Or a second?
Did you?
I
Yeah.
Okay, I heard my first, but okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Right here.
This insurance rebate check, Anthem sent us a rebate for our healthcare premium. It says that ways it can be distributed to your employees is by reducing premium for the upcoming year or providing a rebate back to your employees to help with premium or deductible fees. So I just need to know whether you want this distributed back, like divided between the employees, or if we are putting it towards premium.
How much is it?
The total was $5,705.59.
How much is your premium?
So our premiums have already been paid for all of the, all of this year out of the budget, so this can go towards next year's, which would reduce, but employees pay,
Same amount.
yeah, but it's
How
a high deductible insurance.
So
So you can,
if
we
we,
could give it back to them like as an incentive for the high deductible that they have to pay, or,
so how much would that be if we split it?
I think I calculated it, I don't have the exact number, it was around $800. Mm-hmm. Because there's seven employees, full-time employees that are on the insurance.
I would say split it out between everybody.
What's our, I'm, again, ignorant and new, I seem to be paid insurance premiums with an employee. What, do they pay a certain amount towards insurance? Like, does it come out of their check? Is it completely all funded?
The employees, I think it's like $1, and then the dependents and stuff, you have to pay additional for that if you have like family members on there. But the employee themselves, it's $1.
It's free for them,
Yeah,
basically?
it's a high deductible plan,
Yeah.
so.
Family plans, you pay, if you're single and you just wanna cover yourself, it's $1.
I just had to sign up for insurance last night, so I understand
Yeah.
what the cost can be, so.
The employees pay 50% for their family. What it is.
It's something in there in the ordinance.
Yeah.
How much is the premium? I know you said we've already got the year paid, but how much
You mean monthly or for the full year?
for the year? Oh, approximately, you have to meet that.
It's like $12,000 a month, I think, if I remember right. It's like over 100,000 for the whole year. For the premium that's paid out. Now, part of that would be, with help from payroll or, anybody that had dependents on the thing.
And that's already been in the budget for next year,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
I make a motion to divide it out between the employees. 7 employees.
I'll second.
They can use it for their deductible.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I thought,
For what?
the first time.
Approved?
Approved.
Oh, okay.
So 5-0.
5. Sorry, Chris has been louder than the rest of them
Okay,
today.
I'll tell.
So I've listened. And Janet, I didn't hear her so.
Yeah, I didn't hear you. I heard Betty and my.
And I'm a kingdom mumbling, so. Anyway, okay, Jacob's contract,
I just printed it again, didn't you guys get it last time?
Yeah.
I just have my copy. Yes.
Can I ask where he's at tonight?
Well, it's the second meeting, so he doesn't.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I guess I can get it first.
Do you
What
know
is
how many
this?
meetings you actually attended this year?
Last one we did.
What?
He was here last time, the last meeting. 2 weeks ago.
Okay, but I mean, throughout the year, how many?
I don't know the exact number. I know he was gone several months and he told us he had medical issues, a friend or somebody had medical issues, like, I get it,
Florida, yeah.
you know, he had things come up, so.
I had requested at that meeting that he be more present at our meeting, so
I was,
Did he reduce your rating?
it's the same.
What's his requirements? 'Cause
He's,
I've been on the board for 3 months, I've seen him once.
Yeah.
Is it once a month? Is he supposed to be
you're
here?
supposed to be here once a month.
at the first
Okay.
meeting,
The first meeting? Okay.
It does state in here that he has 30 days to, if we ask for his hours that he put in, he has 30 days to get them to it. I think that would be interesting to see what he has spent working for the town.
Yeah, prior to signing that, right?
I guess, have we had to use him obviously he's not here, but is he a timely manner when he does? Like if we have a question, we email him, does he get on it? I mean,
He had it in the past, but we didn't know where he was.
he has or has not?
That's not in the past.
Not this year. Year before, he was,
When I first started coming to the meetings, he was, a lot. And he'd be on, if you asked a question, he was on his phone looking it up. But here in the last couple of years, I haven't noticed that as much. This is what February.
He does not show up. He does not know the meeting. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Didn't do that.
the contract also states if we have to provide notice if we do not wish to by December first.
Yes, it does.
So if you were to ask, send him as something asking for his, the hours that he's put in this year, it might make a difference if he give us more often before we approve the contract.
But it also, if you read in his contract, it states that if we're not using him the following year, we have to let him know by December first. Am I correct?
Yes.
Also says he's supposed to be able to answer day-to-day emails, letters, and phone calls from town officials pertaining to town business, but he hasn't done that either. So
6 of one, half dozen, yeah.
So
what options do we have? Well, I mean, obviously, we don't have to renew his contract, but then we have to find new counsel.
And to be honest, I really do not want to be without counsel.
Right
Right,
now.
yeah.
But if,
He's not doing anything.
we'll play the devil's advocate, if we don't have good counsel, what's,
I'm aware, but
I see both sides of that coin, so.
And isn't his wife? You know her?
I don't know what his wife does, but I think this is something that you have standing, that you could probably address it in future, as far
We'll
as
have to.
breach wise.
We'll just keep an eye on it. It's on the radar now, so now we can request hours, we can,
Yeah,
just
you,
one of
you,
those, let's put the request in, like, somebody made, or put the request in, oh, they're on my radar, I'm on the radar now, they're gonna start looking at it.
yeah.
I say, yeah, okay, I'm still, again, new, learning,
no,
so,
good to ask questions.
so,
Like that.
with that, my recommendation is we go ahead and retain him for 26, but we really look at, do our homework on it this year and see if he's doing his job or not. Because like I said, with what we talked to him about last meeting with the buffer zone and stuff like that, we need somebody that'll help us through that.
I believe that was a motion.
Are you making a motion?
No one's made a motion for that, so would someone like to make a motion?
I'm asking first.
Yeah, I move we accept the contract for the 26 year.
Do I have a second?
So are you gonna add?
Any second?
No,
Any questions? Yeah,
do we need to amend that, or I think it'd be a separate conversation other than
with that,
about,
I was asking him if you wanted to put something in there, and then
We can't change
this doesn't
Can't
change
change
the contract. We'll vote on this and then we'll have a discussion about the investigation after that.
okay, all in favor,
Bye.
opposed?
I said, I looked at him, gee whiz.
I didn't hear you, and I'm sitting there looking.
I
at
didn't
you.
hear it. You were looking at me.
I heard it because I was looking at her.
I need a bullhorn evidently.
So,
Okay. The lovely area plan amendment. That I really don't want to touch.
Can you table it until you hear their response back? I mean, not,
From what Jacob said at our last meeting, we don't have good cause.
to table it?
I didn't think.
They
we could.
didn't come back to us,
We
it
had
falls in
to-
their court.
We had to accept, reject, or amend, we amended.
We amended it,
Yeah.
and they didn't come back to us.
It's in their court right now, I thought.
Yeah, the ball's in their court. Now, if they're telling you that that the town has to approve or reject before they come back to you, that wasn't what Jacob said in the last meeting.
So I think what Jacob meant was that you needed to make a motion to approve contingent upon your amendments. But the motion that was made was only, we
To
want to
make
make these amendments. So right now you have no vote to approve or deny it.
So,
So if you're wanting to approve it contingent upon your amendments, then that's what you would.
She's saying,
yeah, I see what she's saying, that,
How you stated, yeah, because we didn't.
yeah,
it's not on paper. We knew that we admitted it, but it wasn't on paper.
gotcha.
I don't know, that's my sheet.
This is the slippery slope.
Where's my sheet? Brandon never get back.
Should be in the minutes.
Yeah, I know.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for that sheet, I had everything listed out.
Yeah.
That what the amendments were?
Yes.
This is what I see.
Okay. So we had the property value guarantee at 10-mile radius, your nearest property line in Davis Center. Change setback to 1,500 feet from property line and 1,750 to draw line. The removal of direct well injection along I-3 along the road. Add restriction for decimal frequency megahertz to edge of data center property line. And a third-party study must be conducted for noise and air pollution of all living creatures. Study must be approved by a local governing body.
When did they begin?
January, middle of January, I don't know the exact date right off the top of my head, is the next time area plan, my meeting is. Now, as far as the task force, we had one December the 9th, but there was no more being set for this year.
For the task force?
Yeah, for the task force. They weren't gonna set one until January. And that one hasn't been announced to the best of my knowledge.
They should go to task force for something like, they're done with the,
Wow.
So if any participating legislative
and then
body,
anything that the task force is going to talk about going forward would be the other amendments, or the other stuff that's in the ordinance. In their book. Not
Specifically.
the bad.
Devastating.
What?
they have 45 days to respond to our amendment. I got this sent to me. Legislative body must return the proposal to APC with a written statement explaining why they rejected or amended it. Step 2, the APC has 45 days to consider the rejection. They must respond within 3 days. Approve the legislative body's change, fail to act within 45 days, or disapproves the legislative body's change. So the way I read it is approves the legislative body's change. It will say that basically take our amendments and approve it. Fail to act within 45 days, so they can do nothing in 45 days. Or disapproves the change.
But I thought that you said something about, we have to tell them why we.
Which we did.
Basically, we gave them a recommendation for amending.
Right, I didn't wonder if that's what they're gonna.
So there's no guarantee within 45 days they're gonna respond either. If they don't respond within 45
So
days, then
basically what
No.
I'm saying is, I don't think we have to do anything more. We have given our amendments, that is our vote, so to speak.
But you have to vote on it regardless.
the ordinance itself.
Yeah. That's what Jake said last time. I mean, that's what I got, that you either say I approve this or I don't like it. And I don't like it with these amendments. this is why, or I approve it, and we would like you to make these amendments. That's the way he explained it, that I
That's what I
understood.
understood.
So then you would need to reject it unless those are met.
Well, we would
Well,
approve it
the way he-
contingent on these,
Yeah, that's the way.
on
he
these,
worded it.
And hope that they take them into consideration and pass those amendments, but they don't have to.
if not, if those are not met, then they just disapprove.
This doesn't approve data centers one way or another. This is
No.
just land restrictions or guidelines to be met. That's the way I understand it. And if we don't get them in place, then we have no restrictions.
Rather, the restrictions be a little bit harsher.
Well, I would too. You don't get me wrong.
Yeah, to be a lot harder for them to get in here then.
Yeah.
Which I don't think the county cares for that.
No, I think the county's made up their mind, it's just a matter of.
So. Anyway,
So we're not do anything about it.
Well, you
You
need,
have to see it.
So when is the 90 days up?
90 days for what?
We,
The 90 days.
when did we get the,
It's from when the
Presented on,
commissioners,
wasn't it?
November,
Yeah.
second November.
Second November meeting, because we tabled it till the first December meeting.
so we have 90 days from the end of November, basically.
This is dated
Yeah.
November 12th.
November 4th is when the
Well-
commissioners in Monticello passed it.
I know, but when, we didn't get it presented to us.
We got the same thing.
Yeah, we got it the same day. Commissioners done it on the 3rd, and we had our first meeting on the 4th. That is when Jenny Lynn was here too.
It was? What did that letter say?
So the end of January, what is letter?
The one you sent it to them, you have it in there that it was presented to us on which day?
But the 90 days that they're talking about starts from the commissioners, not from us.
So November 4th? So you got till about end of January.
Yeah, till February
We
4th.
got February 4th, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, why would you have to do that?
I don't know if we'd say, I really do not want them to have said that we approved it on their side. Because she will leave out the point that we approved it with the amended.
Not if we make it on the contingents of our,
She doesn't lie, she just leaves out information. So she will say that we approved it.
I would be more comfortable having, I want to know for sure, as far as, I appreciate all your guys' thoughts on it, but I kind of want a lawyer or somebody to tell me that we have to vote on it. And I guess I don't remember Jacob saying we had to, I don't remember the conversation. So
He said
I'm not
not to
ready
keep,
to vote on
keep
that.
He said
canceling.
you can't continue tabling.
I'm not tabling it, I amended it, but we haven't voted to approve it, so.
How about this? What if the president just tells you guys to move on and we're moving past it, and not voting on it? Okay, moving on. Wow, use my power to my advantage.
What little time you have left.
Little time I have. Transfer resolution, 2025-1216.
I emailed
You guys have
that.
Okay.
It's just moving a few
Oh, okay,
items
that's
in
it,
the
yeah.
appropriations to make sure that everything's balanced out for the end of the year. Or that it's in the right lines where we can spend it out for the end of the year.
I make a motion to approve the transfer resolution 2025-1216.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? See, James finally said something.
Yes.
Okay, salary ordinance 2026-0101. Any questions?
The only question I have, the ambulance was put on it this year. We gave Kenny Burns back in, on the December 3rd, APV, $5,500. Why is not his pay included in the
Because
ordinance?
that doesn't go through payroll. That was just part of the budget that they get for fire compensation, and then Kenny disperses it. I never see how he disperses it. Ambulance is through payroll.
Okay,
Each ambulance, volunteer, employee, whatever you wanna call them, has tax paperwork on file, they get a W-2. They're ran through payroll. So, why would fire, the ambulance is part of the town, the fire is not. The fire department is its own separate,
identity.
where the ambulance is part of the town.
And they use their own tax ID or the town's tax ID?
I do not know if I'm using the town's tax ID. I guess that would be a Kenny question. He should have his own if he is his own entity.
So I guess my question is, then why are we giving the fire department, if they are their own identity, why are we giving them money out of the town?
Well, they have 3 lines on our budget. The reason why I don't know, but they have 3 lines on the budget, and one of them is for fire compensation. So he brought that in because he had whatever it was, 5,500, I think. And that's what was still available at the end of the year. And so he brings in a paper stating X amount of firefighters for his compensation check. That's my understanding that that's supposed to be then given out to the people within the department.
This needs some refining,
Okay.
because the clothing allowance somehow got moved into the ambulance department.
Oh, I just put it at the end so that all the departments, that's not part of the ambulance department, it's just listed at the end. All the extra things after the individual departments.
You don't have to make, you don't have to read this 3 times, do
No, it only has to be read by title, so.
we? Okay.
Can we read it in detail?
Or you can come up and look at it if you'd like.
Yeah, it's public record, so you can put it in.
Anyone? Anything?
No.
We have a motion to approve it.
I make a motion for the salary ordinance 2026-0101.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Angel Tree, Syed would like to thank the town for a generous donation in 2025. The donation was used to help fund projects this year, including donations to local libraries, fifth grade symphony trip, school supplies, flower for the town, and Luke.
Luke Forest, the memorial at the back of the ballpark.
And during warfare in Afghanistan,
Yeah.
I think he was old, he was an old kid.
He was in my class.
Right on, okay, Memorial Cloud. I didn't mention that. We are currently doing our annual Angel Tree project to help families in need with during this holiday. All money donated to the Angel Tree is used specifically for the Angel Tree project. Town has donated to the Angel Tree for several years now. We are asking for your consideration for for donating to the Angel Tree this year. Any donation will greatly be appreciated. Thank you for your consideration.
How much did we do last year? 2 million?
You did 500 last year.
Is it specifically for the Angel Tree?
Correct. Much we have
Do
left.
we have enough in the donation
There's
left?
2,000 left in there. So, yeah.
What happens if we don't use it all? Stay there, or disappear?
It doesn't disappear, it's just at the end of the year, you lose permission to spend that money because you roll over the next budget. But there's still 2,300 and some dollars left in that line for the remainder of
Yeah,
25.
but I mean, so where's it go next, if you use that much?
Whatever we budgeted for that line, then next year is what would be available.
Basically, they use it or lose it.
We need to look next year as a budget, if we didn't spend $2,000, we need to put it somewhere else. Or find more donations to, didn't we decide we were gonna do the tree thing, is that gonna be the trees across America?
Tree City.
Tree City.
Yeah, I've been in communication with Rich Hines on that, so we gotta create a tree board first.
Okay, so that will be,
And I've got a handbook for how we handle it from Monticello, who's a Tree City, and we're just not there yet.
okay,
Yeah.
I'm just looking ahead.
I thought maybe January we would address the tree board thing.
Good enough.
And we don't lose that money.
No, it's
It's
just, it's unappropriated funds,
Yeah.
right, is that the word?
Well, yeah, I mean, like,
Unused.
yes, but, and, I mean, that's not a bad thing to have money left over in that.
Carrie, do you know how many kids roughly are on the Angel Tree?
I believe there was 43 last time I
Is
looked.
that at the bank?
Yes. Yeah. All the tags, I believe, were taken when I checked the bank yesterday. And I am supposed to be able to pick up gifts tomorrow, no, Thursday. Yeah.
How do the kids get on the
Kind of, people will say like, hey, I think that this family could need, or needs assistance, or check with this family or that family. We also post it, that if someone needs help, they can contact us, but most of the time it's somebody saying like, hey, I know of a family that needs help, that might need help, and then we contact them. And some of them say, no, I don't need the help this year, and some of them say, yeah, we could really use it, so. We used to get information from the school, but they don't like to give that out anymore, so. And if they're getting help from someone else, most of the time they will tell us. Now, is everybody 100% honest? Do I have any way of knowing that? Obviously no, but,
and that's okay.
I feel like most of the people are honest, and they say like I had a lady this year that I knew that they needed help, and she said, Remington is already helping us. So I appreciated that she said that. So I just wanted to make sure that someone had them.
Make a motion to donate $500 to the Angel Tree donation.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay, Steve, I talked to Jared. You're wanting to close that.
Yes.
I have an issue in a way. I do and I don't have an issue with closing them. I feel like they were there for a reason at one point. I hate to close it. You were given permission in 08, parked there by the attorney at the time. I think you should still honor that.
What are you talking about?
He's wanting to close the alley because his neighbor is complaining that he's parking in the alley. But he's parked there for ever.
Alley runs through the east side of my property. My property line's on the east side of the alley.
Mhm.
I've lived there since 2003. Never had an issue. Last several years, I even parked my camper next to my garage, where I got a plug in, plug it all in. Now all of a sudden, my neighbor behind me means he can't park in the alley next on his west side of his house, which doesn't belong to him. It's not even on his property. Just throwing a fit now.
So, I'm just making sure I have it straight in my head. The alley is actually on your property?
Runs through my property. My property line's on the east side of the alley.
So why is this even an issue?
Because of the neighbor.
Well, no, I mean, so is his alley like a right of way?
No, there's no utilities run down it. I've never asked the town to maintain it. I've always maintained it. I've always plowed myself, never asked for any help on it. I mean, last time I put gravel down, I put gravel down in the east-west behind my house. And I spent almost $1,000 on 45-ton of gravel to be put down. But yeah, now my neighbor behind me wants to park on the west side of his house in the alley, but he can't because that's not even his property. So now he's throwing a fit about me parking on next to my house.
Whose property is it?
There's your problem.
But it's your property.
It is my property.
So if it.
Wait, I'm not disagreeing with it.
No, I'm
I'm
just-
just saying without a survey from the county that I can't say that that's not a town property or it's his. I can't articulate that. I'm not saying I disbelieve him. I'm just saying it was an alley for a reason. We don't put alleys on private property in my knowledge, but again, we also don't give permission to park in an alley like we did in '08. Because that's contrary to what a state law says.
Right.
So
Correct.
I can't answer anything about that alley other than we've never maintained it to my knowledge in the last 20 years. And he's correct in that he's parked there for a long time because we've never addressed it because it just was never maintained. But because it is technically considered an alley still, because it is, based on what we see, we have to enforce the rule the same way we do for every other alley in town. You cannot park inside an alley. So that's why he's here to ask about vacating it or how to address it. So
Basically what you see where.
So let me ask this question then.
County shows it as,
county shows it as an alley.
as an alley. All down the whole Scott Street, Anderson, there's an alley.
We vacated an alley.
Third and fourth, it's crossways, third, second crossways.
Which those are all utilities. You know, I know you can't block them because gas runs down the back behind the house, electric runs behind the house. Water and sewers are all in front.
I'd have to look at the water sewer map just to confirm there's nothing running through there, but.
Now, you can ask Tim on that. We had the sewer dug up already this year. And the water line's on the west side of my house. In 12, I redone the foundation, I put new water line in then.
We don't
And
have
that's-
storm, we don't have storm sewer maps though.
And when, in '08, when the flood was there, and they did the survey on Peggy's lot, is when mine was surveyed also. That's the only reason why I also know where the property lines are.
Regardless of utilities, an alleyway is a public throughway and cannot be blocked.
Well, I understand that, that's why we're here
Yeah, so
Trying to figure-
utilities is.
trying to figure it out, because like I said, we was told in '08 that there was no problem. Park our vehicles there, my truck won't fit in the garage.
So did they put that in writing for you? That you could park it?
Well, Jared never did find that in the.
Yeah, it's in the meeting minutes, but it's
But it was never-
not, it's not proper legal advice from an attorney.
Well, no, I agree with that.
It's not proper, but it was said. Oh, wait.
Interesting.
Well, I mean,
Who's
things
on
happen
board?
like that. It's just,
Who's on board?
I don't know, the attorney was Mark Calloway at the time. And it was his parents that were here.
Was it you? What day?
No, it was nobody here on this current board.
You just tore down the building. Right? Were you on board?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, would that be?
Sorry.
So maybe we should wait until we have legal representation to go forward, which is the next meeting.
'Cause the other thing is, if we go to start doing closing stuff, we're not gonna have a survey, and it's gonna have to be split in half if it is shown the other way.
The one that's north of me, I think that was an alley when I first moved up there.
Yeah, it is,
it's still an alley.
Still an alley.
just grass.
It's just not
It's just
maintained,
not maintained.
which we discussed, and that's what we're addressing as soon as it falls. We're going to be reconstituting our alleys with gravel and all that.
Now, okay, I guess let me ask this question, because Lou Farney put a fence across the alley at that end of town and built a building
Where?
from, I don't know the street names. But where Lou is, the alley, the utilities run on that side, north and south.
If you're talking about Farney Service Center, they're not within the corporate limits.
No, that's the service center, at the house,
Oh, you're talking about his home over here.
at his home.
But he hopefully had that vacated.
Well, that's, okay, that's what I'm
That was
trying to
never an actual app. Was that
do. Utilities run halfway down that.
the utilities are down there, but I don't think it had an actual app.
Some properties over here on this side of town that there's utilities with no alleys, and there's like an easement access agreement with the property owners, that they can come onto their property to access utilities. There are a couple, I found some rat's nests of utilities.
There's no alley going through.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why, you know,
There is the sewer line goes through there, but it's the same way from Fox Street all the way to Sherry. There's the sewer line goes underneath most of those.
You can vacate an alley, but you have to have an ordinance to do so. There's an ordinance used, an example, they vacated the alley just south of his place between 3rd and 4th Street and between, south of, South Street.
be Stevens, be between
Yeah.
Stevens and,
That was vacated 20-some years ago or something like that, because I found that ordinance. That's where Barron's old shop was there.
Oh,
No.
yeah, Dazzle Shop, it was, going towards the
It was east and
church.
west. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was vacated, and there's an ordinance on it I found in going back. So I mean, you can vacate, but you just have to create an ordinance for it, and you have to be specific about this
Where it's at.
location and this, all this. But there's an example of it that we've done for in the past, if you chose to do it, but then you still have to,
You see, there's actually one next to Shanklin.
again, this is what happens when alleys aren't maintained for
Now, the one that does
years.
get done away with is their feet.
And this is gonna be a constant thing, every time we go touch an alley, to reconstitute it, someone's gonna wanna argue that this is theirs, and, I know Brian Fergus had survey stakes put down there by the old dairy store and everything, and you can see the alley
This is
actually
technically-
shifted more.
Technically, this one's got it shown that the lumberyard's built over now.
There's several alley issues.
How do we?
so to rectify it.
I mean, you
do
got
have
a-
to-
you got an alley
you have
right
a
here.
survey when?
2008, it was surveyed.
But you got an alley right here that they let a tree grow up on Burns's property, that you can't even access the alley anymore.
There's a trash can.
And there's a trash can behind his house in his alley, like, I mean, because, I mean, we're
It's
talking
not a
about,
trash can guy, it's a burn barrel.
Right in the middle of the alley.
I mean, these are
It's a
things.
non-burn
Even though-
community,
even though
but we
it-
can burn
even
it
though-
there.
But I think it's a good conversation to have when we're reconstituting alleys, and what we want to keep and what we don't think we need or we don't want to maintain anymore and give it back to the property.
Well, that's what I said, I mean, I've always maintained it, and I think even when my grandparents lived there, they maintained it.
From a police standpoint, I can say I've never used that alley as a cut through. JR, have you? No. I don't know of any utilities on
Well, we can't, because they park, I'm sorry.
it. Yeah.
Sorry, no.
I worry about ambulance service being able to get to people too. I mean, that's why we have alleys too. So,
But yeah, I mean,
fire.
Have you ever used that one, Steve?
No, I mean, we can pull up right to the house or go into the alley behind. I mean, it's not.
well, I mean,
Yeah, 'cause that's a-
It's always been in the front of the house.
Yeah.
it's always
I've
been,
been to his house, it was,
That's why I personally don't have an issue or a dog in the fight, because I'm just like, well,
I just know that sometimes you get people that wish they did have a alley.
now I don't think we can close the whole alley going all the way through, because you'd have to talk to the other homeowner on the other side, but you could go half of it.
I just want next to what's.
Ken, you want to comment on this?
So that's, you turn down your trees off, well.
I knew you would do that, Ken. So, yeah, I mean, I think we can ask, if you guys want to wait, we can, I'll send an email to Jacob requesting his advice on how we either vacate or how we do it.
And could this, then, I'm not trying to overpower your point, Steve, I agree we need to do something there, but talking about reconstituting these alleys, what can we do now to get ahead of all the discussion? Do we have zoning done? Do we have
With this weather, nothing, you could start having surveys
a
done.
survey? I mean,
Which
Yeah, but
I,
they're gonna get knocked out by, you're gonna have to be able to get the actual markers.
I'm just saying, what do we do before you start?
well, that's the first thing we do when the fall comes, is the ones that we have any questionable doubt on, I would have a surveyor come over and start staking.
And that's,
Yep.
I guess that was.
That way we don't get into a lawsuit or somewhere where we've gone onto their property.
I know, like I said, I don't know where the survey stakes are on the east side of my house. I've never seen them or anything else. I know where they're at on the west side.
I'll email Jacob with all that information, and if you want, we can.
But yeah, I
wait
mean,
till the next
all
meeting,
that was resurveyed in '08 when they was building Peggy's house.
so you have more information.
When you email, you CC somebody on the council.
I usually do. I usually try to throw. Sometimes I don't because I'm attorney-client privilege
Right.
on.
Other time.
No, but yeah, usually if I do, I'll put the attorney-client privilege in the topic. That means anybody that's CC can't discuss it outside of that email. So when I do that, just know that.
That's just part of having them held accountable.
Yep.
You wanna make a motion to table it?
I'll make that motion.
We will attend the advice.
Attorney is.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
So I guess, then my question is, then I still can't park there right now,
No, unfortunately not.
Where you been parking at?
behind the garage.
JR's truck's down.
He's in on the floor.
Do you really wanna open another can of worms, Cameron?
This is my last meeting
No name.
as president.
So it was a couple minutes.
Steve, I will let you know as well what kind of, if our attorney gets back on with her, so you're not sitting in limbo for that long. Does that make sense?
So, how long has this issue been going on?
Which is with the neighbor on the alley?
Yeah.
Well, it's just recent.
Just recently, because he was told he couldn't park.
I made someone move their stuff out of the alley, or they were gonna be ticketed, so. Cause I received it, it's all complaint based, everything's complaint.
I may know what started this issue.
But I think he was blocking the east-west alley, wasn't he? Not the north-south.
No,
Yeah, but
What started it?
was the tractor,
Right there.
lawnmower.
I started it back with the lawnmower.
why'd you start it?
Because there was a lawnmower dead in the alley that was going east-west. It had been there for 2 days. And I believe I called JR about it, and JR went down and had it hooked.
Yeah, I told Jared that we don't know whose it is, it's blocking the alley, there's no note on it, it has to be towed.
So
Now, see,
I am the one that
okay.
started it.
I didn't know it was there for 2 days.
Yeah, it was there longer.
Because the story I got wasn't there for 2 days, it like happened that day and they were trying to get it fixed.
No.
So otherwise,
Yeah.
otherwise I had it fixed, but I don't know. And I don't know why they didn't push it to my garage.
Was it your lawnmower?
No, it was my sister's.
Again, we won't get into that, that's all. We won't go down there.
I am. That's what happens.
But like I said, I didn't, and that's why I said, I don't know why they didn't push it over on my property.
I do, because we didn't know who it belonged to.
No, I meant my sister and,
Oh, I get what you're saying.
like Bill and Dave. I don't know why they didn't put it on my property instead of leaving it blocked where it was. But then the same question was, it was blocking the alley. When they come and towed it, Dave's trailer was still sitting in the alley.
See, I wasn't there when they towed it.
Dave's trailer was sitting right next to it when
And
they
Dave's
towed it.
trailer wasn't there when I was down the alley, so.
It was when they come and picked up the lawnmower.
He comes and moves and goes quite a
Because
bit.
Steve and I dropped off a.
Speaking of blocking alleys, there's one in the Hickman edition that needs to be unblocked too. Hickman edition.
Where?
Between 4th and 5th, between school and, Winter.
Oh,
Oh, behind Reed?
Yeah, it's further north, almost to Winter.
Yeah.
Well, no, newer house.
Luke Evans.
There's a car there right now?
No, but he's got wood or something piled up there in front of it, so you can't drive through.
Oh,
And that is an open alley,
that is now.
because I believe the ambulance years ago
Had to
was
use it.
down that alley because we went in and picked up the lady that, that had cancer. And we took her out the back. And that was an open alley.
Well, you keep me informed then.
I will do that. Sorry, I didn't.
And that's fine. I mean, it's, like I said, it's just, that's the only reason why it's actually come up because of this was
You don't have anything else to discuss?
neighbor got buttered.
It's usually how it happens.
I kinda am. I was really hoping for a cultural meeting.
You have one more meeting to do a couple.
I guess so, I just realized. Okay.
No,
John,
I wanted to ask a color, since it's the end of the year. So how are we doing on balancing our ducks for the town?
Trita is still working on it. She's into 21. Things are going smoother now a little bit. She's starting to kind of piece together how Pam's mind was working, so it's kind of like making a little bit more sense. So still going to take a while to get all the way through general.
So we at least think what we've seen so far, maybe we're just in the wrong place, but there's no issues.
Most of it is money being posted to the wrong place or deposited to one place, posted to another place, that type of thing. Not necessarily anything missing. It's just a mess as how it was put into the system. So untangling the web is what we're trying to do right now.
I think it's going good. From what I can see, I think she's doing great.
We've
So,
made, I think,
I think you've
Good
done very
improvements.
well
yes, yes.
for the Jasper you all. Go.
So how do you like the chocolate?
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
yes.
Yeah, thank you.
And I guess thank you too.
Well, whoever needs to get the thank you food. Thank you for me.
He's our new president,
No, I'm not.
treasurer.
Whoever needs to get to, please make sure you get to for us.
Yeah, thank you. You're the one who do.
We get to those points.
Don't receive it, but I'm